Welcome back, everybody. It's your favorite two bleeps. Oh, buddy, it's been so long since I've seen your face.
It has
So
been.
glad to be back. It's been a while. How are you, man?
I'm good. Good. A little tired, but like everybody else, holidays are tough. How was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, uneventful. It was good though. Just having Thanksgiving with the in-laws. It was nice. Very
Nice.
small, very quaint, very Dominican.
Yeah, good food.
Enjoyed it. So, the food was good. Watched some football. Drank Presidente. You
Very
know,
nice. Nice and cold,
very, very
Presidente.
ice cold.
I love it.
What's it called? Vestido novia.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
That white sheen on it.
Yeah, the white sheen. If it doesn't have that, then I don't want that Presidente, man. But that's a Presidente like that. There's nothing like it.
They haven't. I mean, I haven't been in a long time, but when I was a kid, like we would land right in DR, and then like my aunt would be waiting for us or somebody, right? And they would be people giving out samples of Brugal just right off the plane, like just to everybody. They'd be giving out samples of Brugal, and you can buy like the ice cold white sheen
Mm,
Presidente like in the airport. Amazing.
mm.
What a country. I
And,
love my
and they
people.
sell the tall ones too.
Yeah, yeah. I love my
So,
people. What a
yeah,
country.
the best.
But yeah, I'm happy we're back. Um, a lot of stuff that we have has happened
Really?
this year. And I think we'll start with all right, let's right back here.
Oh, the U?
My people.
The
The
U?
U. They're in the
Don't
playoffs,
say it
sir.
though. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
They're in the playoff.
But
Like I
they are
said
in
they
the
were gonna make
playoff.
the playoff in the beginning of the year. They're in it.
I mean, I was a little scared. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought that they were gonna do their best to job UM and not getting in. So I'm glad to see that common sense and cooler heads prevailed, and that they got in. I do think that objectively Notre Dame got done dirty, but I'm not shedding any tears for them. So it
No,
is
I'm
what it
not
is.
shedding any
Bama
tears
did not
because
deserve to be in it at all. But you know, it is what it is.
Notre Dame is a bunch of holier than thou jackasses.
Yeah, they are jackasses. The
And they're
AD is a
arrogant
freaking.
and they're just assholes, and I don't care about them at all. But they did get screwed, like we
They
got
did.
screwed last year. It's not even more like the Canes made it was a surprise. I was
For me, it
surprised that
was.
I was surprised we didn't get screwed because we did enough to make it like we did last year. But
They didn't deserve to make it last year, though.
their defense was horrible, correct? But same record, 10-2, right? Now, my thing is with the whole process and them trotting out this, I forgot the guy's name, the spokesman, this fucking vanilla
Juracek, yeah, this
white
dog and pony show
Yurchek.
that they did every week.
He
Of
is
this,
a white piece of paper, like copy paper. You know what I'm saying? Just plain white man. Okay? And he comes out here every week and he's like, well, Notre Dame and Miami are not in the same tier, so we don't compare
right?
them.
They
Huh?
told us that for over a month.
And then at the end they go, sorry, Notre Dame, you guys are
Sorry,
in the
yeah,
same tier now.
get fucked.
Which by the way, is a small complaint to Miami. They should be ahead of Alabama. How does Alabama get to keep being at number 9 when they have negative rushing yards in the SEC championship game and have a third loss on the record? And we are number 10 and they're number 9. No, we should be number 9. But that's a small thing. And then Alabama getting screwed. I mean, Notre Dame should be in instead of Alabama because again, Alabama has 3
Absolutely,
losses.
yeah.
All right.
Like Alabama was thoroughly unimpressive. You got smoked in the SEC championship game by Georgia. The week prior, what was it? They were in like a dogfight with Auburn with 5 wins. They lost to FSU at the beginning of the year. FSU is obviously dog shit. We came to find out as the season went on. Like just not really impressive like the last month of the year, which is what everyone was talking about, right? Like, oh, Notre Dame's, they won 10 in a row, even though they lost their two strongest opponents. After Miami lost to SMU, uh, their last 4 games, they turned it on. They evolved and, they ran roughshod through the 4 remaining games. But Alabama was just thoroughly not impressive, and they didn't even drop them in the rankings. And then
which is
you still put them
ridiculous.
in over Notre Dame. Like,
Here's the thing: is if you lose your conference championship game, everybody drops. Everybody dropped that loss in their conference championship game. Even people that stayed in the
BYU got
CFP,
fucked.
BYU got fucked. Ohio State lost. They dropped in the ranking. They are no longer number one, right? Alabama should have dropped. And the fact that they just stayed at 9 is like this crazy SEC bias that everybody
Yeah,
has.
it's so stupid.
And
Man.
the whole listen, this whole process, this whole television show on Tuesday is just a bunch of bullshit. They just do whatever they want. And they're just saying nonsense. And then on the last ranking show, by the way, everything we said for the last month doesn't matter. Head to head now
Right,
matters.
exactly.
Didn't for the last month.
We're just gonna fill an hour of your time every week in this TV
I
program just
think
spewing nonsense.
if they had Miami ahead of Notre Dame as they should have all throughout the whole
Right.
rankings, right? I think Notre Dame doesn't have that reaction, and Notre Dame goes to the Pop Tarts Bowl, right? The prestigious Pop Tarts Bowl, right?
The prestigious
But
pop.
the
I
fact
mean,
that
that trophy is legendary.
the fact that they got the rug pulled out from under them is why they reacted this way. Now,
Don't be
we
mad
gave
at
it.
UM though. Be mad at Bama.
That's the thing. Is this guy's a fucking coward? Sorry for cursing. This guy's a coward. He goes after
we'll
the
bleep it out.
easy Jim Phillips ACC, who's the smaller conference, and goes after Jim Phillips, by the way, who helped you in the pandemic because you were going to be left out of everything until the ACC made the deal with you. Which, by the way, ACC doesn't get paid for. So, like that whole run that Notre Dame had last year to the championship, not a single dollar went to the ACC. They get to keep all their own money and then get the ACC stuff, which is BS, but that's a whole separate thing. He comes out and starts slamming the ACC for the most ridiculous things. 2 tweets by the ACC comparing Notre Dame and Alabama records, right? And then he got upset. He said that the ACC network replayed the Notre Dame Miami
Right.
game,
How dare they?
and that was a slight. Like, how dare they point out the fact that we lost head to head to
How
Miami?
dare does the ACC back a team in their own conference and not the side piece? Like,
And it's like,
has there been a more side piece like sentiment? Like, you are clearly the side piece. You want to have all the benefits of scheduling ACC competition, and then you get mad at the very conference that dares to promote their own team to make the CFP over you. Like, get over
it's
yourself.
because he's too
Get
scared to
fucked.
go after the SEC guy, Greg Sankey, or whatever his name is.
Get fucked.
And because they play the SEC as well, he's not going to go after the CFP. So he's just going to pick on the ACC, which is ridiculous. I think
Pick a
that guy's
fucking
a joke.
conference.
Yeah, pick a conference. Don't be a little bitch.
Yeah.
And then this whole deal that they have about if they're ranked in the top 12, they get an automatic bid into the CFP at the end of it is BS. And I think it's going to go against them because of how strongly this guy came out, right? And how, like, just spewing fire everywhere.
Yeah.
I think
they
next
just
year,
took their ball and went home.
I think next year they're going to freaking be ranked 12th, let's say, 9-3, 10-2, or whatever. Here comes the conference championships. Someone's going to win, and they're going to drop Notre Dame to 13, just so they don't have to put them in the CFP. I think someone's going to get their vengeance, for sure.
That'd be great. Either, crap or get off the pot. You can't have this independent shit and then cry, when shit doesn't go your way because the conference that you are pseudo part of because you want to, schedule all the teams, but not have, not be beholden to being part of the conference. Like, go fuck yourself, dude. So, like, you know what? And ND can get fucked.
Yeah, I don't really care about them, and they're stupid, whatever.
And then they're going to take their ball and go home. Oh, we're not going to play in the bowl game. We're not going to play in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Oh, we're going to just take our ball and go home and just throw a tantrum.
I mean,
This is why America took so much glee in you guys getting left out because of shit like this.
I love the fact that everybody's so happy about
you
this.
came out like this and this was your reaction.
Yeah.
This is why everyone was drinking up all your tears.
Yeah,
So,
good. I love that Notre Dame is upset, and I don't really care. I mean, the Hurricanes have the toughest test to go through, the toughest road, the single toughest road to go to the championship.
But man, I don't really have any expectation. I think the Texas A&M game probably is like a close game. I think it probably gets decided by one score. I don't know. I don't feel strongly one way or the other if UM pulls it out, but I just want to see them and how they perform against the actual top dogs in
I mean,
in
it's going to be
college.
fun. I think we're really, really good. I think we are very, very good. The offense worries
I
me
think
more
their
than the
talent is good.
defense.
My biggest worry is just the game day coaching with
Well,
Cristobal.
that's always a worry when the games are close.
So
My worry mostly is with Carson Beck and the offense being stagnant, how they've been for a while. But I think our defensive lines are littered with first round picks. I think we're probably the best in the CFP left in the trenches. Next to this team we're facing right now, Texas A&M. And I think if we get past A&M, it's going to be tough. I can't say that any of these teams are easy because
yeah,
if you get past A&M, you'd have to face Ohio State.
Ohio State.
And then
Oh
if you
man,
beat
that would
Ohio
be so
State,
sweet to get my leg back. Oh god,
if you beat Ohio State, there's a very revenge
2002.
tour scenario that could happen, which I believe it's like we can get after if we take care of business at Texas A&M and we get Ohio State, which obviously our 2002 championship, there's much
Rob
blood there. We have
robbery. Yes.
I still think about that. Like sometimes I'm cooking or I'm in the shower and I think about how that wasn't
Oh,
passing.
that flag was late.
That
It was
wasn't
a
passing.
late flag. It wasn't PI.
I mean, if you're a Miami person, you're a Canes fan, like you know that haunted you.
Shout out to Glenn Sharp, bro. That wasn't pass interference.
Ridiculous. I mean, where Pablo finds out? I want Pablo to find out about the
Yeah.
refs. Then
Find out the bank transactions
I
and
don't
the
care about
wires.
Jeffrey Epstein. Find out why the ref threw the flag. Fuck Jeffrey Epstein. Everybody's a pedophile. We get it. Okay. Now find out what happened to the
Find
refs.
out why we were robbed of
Ridiculous.
02 and the previous year because they won in 01, right? But in
Yeah.
2000, when they had beaten, I forgot who was in the title game. It was like FSU and someone else.
Oh, we should
They
have been
had
ahead of you,
beaten.
FSU,
They beat both 1 and number 2,
and we
and
were
were
left
3
out.
in the polls and got left out of the
Yeah.
championship. Like
I mean,
egregious.
the
Like
Miami
just
hate is insane. But
dying for them to be good again, man. I'm just
so
dying.
Ohio State, right? We get a revenge against Ohio State. Then the semifinal could be Georgia if they go all the way through.
Wow.
Carson Beck against Georgia,
Ultimate revenge tour. Wow.
right? And then in the final, there is a scenario where we get to the final and Oregon's in the final where Cristobal used
Wow.
to coach. So I mean, it is just revenge
That would
tour.
that would be
I
insane.
mean, the video package highlights that could happen.
No, the DVD. No, give me take
Oh,
all my money if that.
are you kidding me? I mean, these video. I mean, if I'm a video editor for any of these for the CFP and ESPN and all that shit, I am salivating at the fact that Miami gets through because I mean, there's going to be 2002 footage against Ohio State. There's going to be footage for Carson Beck wearing Georgia and performing and all this stuff, and
All the shit that
Cristobal
they
on the
gave him when
sideline
he
for
left.
Oregon. Oh my god, I wish.
I mean, I
But
just want them to be A&M.
yeah, we have to get past that
Just
first.
be one team. If they
It's
get
a
one
tough
win,
game.
like honestly, it's a successful season.
It is. I mean,
I think
listen.
it's already a successful season just by sheer fact of getting the CFP. Because how long has the CFP been a thing, and they have never been
Yeah.
anywhere close up until last year.
To be
So
fair, he's done exactly, this is his fourth year. Cristobal, he's done exactly what you would want in the 4 years, right? He took a awful team, trash team, right? Recruited really well, had 2 so-so seasons, winning seasons, and then you have a 10-win season last year. You barely miss out on the CFP, barely miss out on the CFP. And you can make an argument like our defense is really bad, but you could make an argument you were hard done by again. And then this season, you make the CFP another 10-win season. He's 20-4 in the last 2 seasons. Like he's turned the program around, like
yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
And if he pulls it off this year, I mean, you better US1 right there. Ponce de Leon is going to get renamed to Mario Cristobal Boulevard. Ponce de Leon, get the hell out of here. It's going to be Mario Cristobal Boulevard. Yeah. Get Ponce de Leon out of here. And you name that Mario Cristobal Boulevard.
He'll have his own building on campus.
You have to drive by if you're in the inside, the
Name
inside
the
street
gym
on
after
US
him.
1. You have to drive by Alex Rodriguez Stadium, and then you
Yeah.
hit the light right there to
And
Mario
then you hit
Cristobal, and
Mario
you turn it
Cristobal
right on.
Gymnasium.
Yeah. Oh God, I love that school. I love my school. So, but CFP, who do you think is gonna win? Who do you think has the best chance of winning?
I think it's Ohio State. I think they're just loaded. I think that they have like 3 first-round picks on that defense with Reese, Caleb Downs, and there's another guy whose name is escaping me, but they have Cardinal Tate. Like they have NFL ready players, right? That's no surprise. And so like just on talent alone, they should be able to get to the title game. Um, but college is wacky. So I
I
didn't
hope
expect Notre Dame to make the championship last year, and
sure,
they ended
and
up
they lost to Illinois last year. Woof. I'm thinking. Here's the thing: is Ohio State hasn't really played anybody this year.
right, which they never do, right? But you know that they're
Yeah,
always loaded.
and they played Indiana and lost. Mendoza, he's from
I
here.
mean, that kicker. Speaking of Pablo Torre, finds out.
Mhm. Oh,
Should that kicker needs to get him? That looked very suspect. I mean,
I'm
that
just
guy missed a
saying.
chip shot to tie it, and like you lost the game. You lost the championship game, a conference championship game, on like an extra point.
I'm just saying. Review the
Investigate that kicker, man.
stubs,
I'm
saying
I'm
who
just
got.
saying. I'm just saying. A lot of shady shit's been happening in football and in sports. I'm just saying. With
But
NIL now, you never know.
to be fair, that kid is probably going to win a Heisman just because he won the championship game. Mendoza, right? He's from here. Ele
I mean,
cubano.
it should be Pavia.
Yeah, but Pavia didn't win. This kid did,
I mean,
and he
but if
beat.
we're basing it off numbers,
Yeah, but
if you look at
whenever
Diego Pavia
when have we ever
at
done that?
Vanderbilt,
When have we ever done that?
I mean, we do that. That's literally the Heisman.
Who won the Heisman last year? Travis Hunter, right?
Travis Hunter. It was a snap count. I mean,
Ashton Genty ran
he
for like the
deserved it.
most yards we've ever
Yes,
seen in our lives.
outside of Barry Sanders, and he didn't
Right.
get it
And didn't get it. Okay. He was
because
probably the most
because
deserving.
everyone was saying, "Oh, he's playing against community colleges
Yeah, that's they can say whatever they want,
at
but
3
he
in the
still has to
morning."
run that, right? Shador finished in front of him, and Shador did not have good numbers. So
That's a bit of a sham.
I think it's just, more popularity contest. I think that's why this kid's gonna win. He's been electric all year. Indiana is the number one team in college football.
Indiana,
NIL for
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Indiana. Okay. When somebody says
Basketball
Indiana,
school.
I think of hardwood and white men in short shorts, you know, dribbling with one hand. You know what I'm
Behind
saying?
their back
Yeah.
and the ball in
Terrible.
front.
Just a Larry Bird looking motherfucker, shooting a 7-footer jump shot.
And now they're being led by the Cuban Missile.
Exactly. So I'm rooting for the kid.
Yeah, me too.
Just
Kind
hometown
of a aw
cooking.
shucks kind of guy.
Yeah. So rooting for him. I don't think Indiana beat Ohio State, so you have to give them credit. I
Yeah.
haven't thought of them as good all year, but they've been good all year. And I also think Ohio State's loaded, but again, like Oregon can win, Georgia could win. What I'm really hoping for is James Madison upset somebody.
Oh, but you know damn well that's not gonna
That's not
happen.
gonna
Like
happen.
Tulane and James Madison and those they're getting fed.
Yeah.
Those poor teams.
So
They're there to collect the check. Like it's gonna be nice, and then just hope that they don't get rocked by like 30.
we'll see.
They're gonna expand it again. You know that they're gonna expand it
I'm
again,
sure, but
and
it's
they're gonna
starting
do
to
it to
lose like
16.
there's not like that's another thing too about the CFP that has unintended consequences. Is like I understand Notre Dame's the deal of like taking your ball and going home, right? But for example, when FSU got screwed out of the CFP, right,
Right.
because their quarterback got hurt, they should have still been in the CFP, in my opinion. They got screwed out of it. They did get trounced by Georgia in the bowl game, right? But that was back when the CFP was
Yeah, because
14.
everyone basically like, all right, I'm not playing in this shit.
Right.
All their main
But
guys,
FSU
yeah, I'm
still
not
played in
playing this
that bowl
shit.
game. But to be fair to Notre Dame, that bowl game was the Orange Bowl that they played in against Georgia. The Notre Dame's going to play in the Pop-Tarts Bowl, which is the highest bowl left for the teams outside of the CFP. That is that's why it's
We
Notre
just need
Dame.
a new sponsor.
and
As
BYU.
fun as it is, they need a new sponsor. I think if it was called something else,
Yeah,
maybe
but
they don't
it's
do
like
that.
all the New Year's bowls are in the CFP now. The Cotton Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, right? All of the bowls, all the good ones, are in the CFP, right? So they've taken out all of the good bowls
It's been a little
and it's in
diluted.
the CFP. So even as a player, right? You saw all those FSU players that didn't play last year. As a player, if I'm going to Notre Dame and you're telling me we missed the CFP, which is I think is BS, right? And then you're telling me we're going to go play the Pop Tarts Bowl? Nah, coach, I'm not playing the Pop Tarts Bowl. I'm gonna go get ready for this draft or ready for next year or jump in the portal or whatever. Like
Right.
I understand completely. Nobody wants to play for the stupid Pop Tarts Bowl. Like they have a huge problem on their hands with these bowl games,
Hmm.
right? Before the Pop Tarts Bowl would have meant more because Pop Tarts Bowl would have been Duke and I don't know North Texas or something like that, right? Not Notre Dame and BYU and like teams that are almost in the CFP. Like they don't want to play in the Pop Tarts Bowl. Like
Yeah,
what are
because
we doing?
at the end of the day, it has no real meaning. So like, do you think like the solution to that is like you have to create like a sort of like another bracket, like another
I
tournament
mean,
almost?
like the NIT, like in
Yeah,
NCAA.
like kind of like an NIT, like in football.
I think something has to be done because they took. I understand, like they took all the bowl games for the CFP, and all the bowl games are huge, right? Like because they're CFP bowl games and they have double meaning because you get the trophy and you get to the next round. But the rest of the NCAA has nothing to play for.
Yeah,
Nothing to play.
yeah,
All those
yeah.
big teams have nothing to play for. So it's like, why would
I think
anybody?
inevitably, yeah, inevitably the answer is going to be they're going to expand it.
I don't know if they should.
I
I don't
think
know
I
what the
think
fix is. Honestly, I think we're going to end up back at the BCS because I don't know
with
what
the
yeah
computers are going
I
to
don't know
do
what
this.
the fix is. It can't be that these bowl games have been taken away for all the CFP and the people who miss out on the CFP, right, are just like nowhere. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing to play for. So again, I disagree with Notre Dame's decision, but I understand completely. Why the fuck would you want to play in the Pop Tarts Bowl, right? When they last year in the CFP, they won all. They won the Sugar Bowl, they won the Cotton Bowl. I don't know what the next one is. Whatever they are, they won all of them. So it's like, and to be honest, I kind of miss the little crystal ball BCS trophy.
That was a good trophy.
I
I don't
miss
like the
Vince
new
Young
one. The
holding
new
it
one
up.
compared to the crystal ball, the crystal football, it's not the same. It's not the same. I don't
I miss
like it.
that
I
trophy.
mean, it's just it. I don't feel like I just picture Nick Saban holding up that trophy the 17 times that he won it,
Yeah,
and I see the new one now. It's like this long, like skinny, like
yeah. I
gold
just
thing,
don't
and it's
like.
like it's not the same. It's not the same to me.
Yeah, I really hate it.
Bring back the
But
crystal ball.
yes, bring back the crystal ball. All
Who
of
was
our
the
season
team that
tickets.
shattered it? Wasn't there a team that shattered it once that they
Yeah, I don't
broke it?
remember who though.
Remember that happened?
Yeah, I just, when I think of the BCS trophy, I think of Ken Dorsey. I think of Vince Young,
Vince
right?
Young, yeah,
Holding that. What a game that
having a
was.
thousand yards against USC
Yeah. I mean, I remember him rushing it in, running it into
to the
the right edge of
pylon.
the, yeah, God, what a guy. But yes, CFP, I think the only way to fix it is bring back the Christmas trophy and then I'll forgive you for everything else.
And then
um,
16 team playoff.
yeah, but then like then you're throwing in more James Madisons and Tulanes and
No, I mean, I think there is a path. They have to figure something out with like the smaller the Power Five conferences, because it can't just be all right. We're gonna expand it to 16, and then we're just gonna have 10 SEC teams in this. Like there has to be some sort of
no, I mean yes,
playoff for the
but
Power Five teams to get
there's like
in
more to be fixed with like the conferences because like you even look at our conference ACC, like how the hell are you gonna have Duke and Virginia
Yeah, they
play
had Duke in it. Like,
because
I
everybody
mean,
had two losses? Like, so you just go, well, we're go for Duke. Like, it's a
I don't
ridiculous.
understand. I think it was like some stupid tiebreaker that they had, like, oh,
Yeah,
your common record opponent
and again,
percentage, some shit.
Alabama makes the SEC championship game. Ole Miss doesn't. All right, it's like okay, but Ole Miss is still ranked ahead of Alabama. They didn't make the SEC championship game, so it's like there's a lot of just that stuff needs to be ironed out. And again, the SEC, like this, I'm done with the SEC about how all these schools are so good. They're not.
They didn't have a good year.
But they didn't like and not even close. I think like them and the ACC are 500 or like they're one
Yeah.
game ahead of the
I think
ACC.
they were like 500 when SEC teams played ACC teams.
Yeah,
So
it's
like
ridiculous.
you guys weren't like dominating anyone. Like Alabama wasn't good. Georgia was, good. They've been steady. But like you had teams in the SEC that were ranked. Tennessee, for example, was ranked all year and didn't beat a single team with like a winning record or a single Power 5 team with a winning record or something like that. Like ridiculous.
It is pretty dumb. So I hate that. But let's go Canes. We're gonna win it all and we'll be fine. We'll get our you know what? I would be happy if we beat Ohio State. Anything that happens after that,
Man, if they win one game, I'd be happy.
Yeah, I mean, again, it would be great. But if we win against Ohio State, that's my championship. You know what? We should make I'm gonna figure out how much it is for the crystal football, and send it to Mario's office if they beat Ohio State. Like, here's the BCS trophy
there you get it.
That's how you get it. That's it. After that, I don't care what you do after that. You don't even go to the semifinal.
What bowl would that technically be if they played Ohio State?
I think it's a Cotton Bowl.
Is it? I was hoping it would be like the Orange Bowl or like the Sugar Bowl.
No, the Orange Bowl is like for the number 1 seed. So I think Indiana's going to play in the Orange Bowl next round. Anyways, Miami CFP. Speaking of Miami, we have added another trophy. Another professional sports team. I'm wearing pink for them.
That's right.
Another professional
two-time MVP. Who's a two-time MVP in Miami?
The guy who's the same size as Olivia.
2 guys.
My daughter.
2 guys. 1, LeBron James.
Right.
2, Lionel Messi.
2-time MVP. We finally win in the third year. We finally win in the third year. Took them 3 years to beat a bunch of bums.
I mean, not only did they win it, they dominated the entire playoff.
And to be fair to them, it was a question whether they were going to win this championship because we just saw Vancouver beat them 5-1 on aggregate. In 2 games.
They did. I was telling you, I was worried. So I had respect for Vancouver because they gave us fits in the cup.
I'm gonna off the top so we can get this out of the way. I don't have any respect for Vancouver or any MLS team for that matter because the MLS is not a good league. Okay, I want to get that off the top. It's not a good league. Everybody knows that. Okay?
Inter Campeón.
All right. Messi took 3 years to beat all these bums. Okay.
Listen here.
Now, I think, and here's my theory of why it's harder for him in this league. In Europe, there's a bunch of Zlatans and Ronaldos and Van Dijks and just men over there. Big men playing football. And Messi was better over there because, again, if you turn around, just turn around. Do you see my daughter? Like, if you just look straight? No, because she's down here. Because her and Messi are the same height, right? She's 8 years old, by the way. They're the same height, okay? So, in Europe, he was the amazing player he was because they would turn around and dribble the ball, and then they would just look down, the ball's gone, become some, Mighty Mouse enanos running around.
Right, la pulga atómica.
Yeah, just he has the ball and he's gone, right? So, that's why he had an advantage in Europe. Here, there's not very many men, right? Not very many men here in MLS. A bunch of boys. So they're all kind of the same.
Mueller's a man.
Yeah, but that's fine. But he doesn't guard Messi. So there's all these little boys that they can see Messi. They can see him. They're the same height. You know what I'm saying? Like some are a little bit taller. So that's why he's struggling more in the MLS.
Man.
But I'm just saying, Ronaldo's better. Anyway, so
Ronaldo hasn't won a trophy.
That's not what we're talking about.
How many trophies has Ronaldo won since he got to the desert?
5 Champions League trophies, so it's fine with me.
No. I'm talking about the desert.
5 Champions League trophies.
Playing in the Sand People, with all the Sand People, how many trophies has he won in the Sand People League?
Put
none.
Messi championship.
None.
Champions League trophies in a box.
Put some respect.
Put Ronaldo's Champions League trophies in the box and tell me who has more. Okay? Shake them up and tell me who has more.
Who has more Ballon d'Ors?
Yeah. Oh, the political award? Yeah. Political award. Get out of here. But I'm happy he won the championship. All kidding aside, he finally did it. Like, it was great. Our team that was made the other day, what was our first year? 2019?
2020.
2020 was the first year. We were inaugural season ticket holders. I believe that's the one that we got from
Day one. Day one.
Day one season ticket holders.
May no one ever forget that we were day one. We were there for the Breck Shea era.
Section 19, right? It's 19, row 1.
Row 1.
Scottish Messi was in front of us. Remember, drafted double
Lewis
R.
Morgan, a.k.a. Scottish Messi, winked at us after we
went
called him
through
Scottish Messi.
Gregor and Pizarro. Remember Pizarro?
Pizarro.
Through that guy.
Juan Agudelo, the trash can.
Yes, we went through all that.
Higuain.
Oh, Higuain. We met Higuain.
We met Higuain, yeah.
We met Higuain.
Cool guy. Cool guy.
So, yeah, he was really nice to Olivia when he was my daughter, who was really young at the time. But we took her there, and she was amazing. But I digress. They finally won. It's kind of incredible. I do feel a little bad that the stadium is far away, so it doesn't feel like a Miami win. There's no parade. Right?
Yeah, I was actually asking around, like, is there a damn parade? Because I'm sure that I go to every single parade that a team in the city wins, and I didn't hear a damn peep.
Yeah, they're not doing a parade. They've been doing like pop-up like events or whatever with Messi. I thought I got an email about another one like with the trophy.
They should have a double-decker bus just for him with his face painted on it.
Right.
And just holding up the trophy and pink streamers everywhere. Champagne and beer just flowing everywhere. Come on, man.
But he won. He won. It was on Fox, National Fox, which was awesome. Wasn't behind a paywall. So that was really good. Next year, the paywall's going away. What is it? In 2 years, they're switching their schedule. Like I've said, maybe the commissioner finally listened to us.
We've been talking about this forever.
Years and years and years. That he's going to change the calendar. And again, I didn't understand why they were so afraid to play at the same time as every other sport.
Yeah, one, because we've said it. It coincides with football season.
It doesn't matter. It's world football. The thing about actual world football is everybody watches it. Me and you watch Premier League games in the morning, right? We watch La Liga games. If you're a football fan, which the entire world is, they will watch here.
Yeah, there's a legitimacy, factor into it. So,
yes.
Maybe the eyeballs aren't the same draw because of the calendar change, and people are going to be watching other football leagues. But for the sake of legitimacy and being taken seriously, it's had to be done.
There's no other opportunity to get players to come here because of the calendar. The players that you get, excuse me, are just the old Messi and Thomas Mueller and those guys, right? If you change the calendar now, and they have to change a little bit of the rules with buying players and all that, right? Because I think this whole DP player thing is stupid. I like, let's do free market. Whoever has the most money.
Yeah, I mean, they're the only one who has a salary cap sport,
right?
So
you guys already share revenue, right? Which is, I think, is also socialist, but whatever. It's fine. You share revenue. There is no relegation, right?
Yeah, there's no relegation.
That doesn't exist. And that's fine. You guys want to keep it that way, the little boys club, like every other American sport? No problem. But get rid of this DP and all this stuff. Get rid of it. Baseball doesn't have a cap. Get rid of it. Let whoever's going to pay pays, right? Like, it doesn't matter. So I think that also has to change. But I think it's super positive changes. I believe that, I mean, listen, I don't know. I don't look up the numbers or who watched or what the how many millions people watch. I don't care. I do it on my sensibilities, right? I have watched 2 Inter Miami games, 3 maybe in total all year.
Since you stopped being a season ticket holder?
Yeah.
Or since Messi got here?
I think since Messi got here. I saw like the first game that he got here, which was 3 years ago.
Game. What a free kick.
Yeah. 3 years ago, I saw him, right? Then I saw like some game last year. I saw them lose. I saw the fake trophy tournament they made up for him.
Oh, the
League Cup?
MLS? Yeah, the League Cup.
Yeah. So I saw that, and then I saw the final yesterday on Saturday.
Nice.
So, yes. But for me to watch it, right, because it's a big deal that this team is 5 years old is winning the cup, right? Very Vegas Golden Knights vibes, right? I think I also have a different opinion because seeing how happy, not so much the players, like Busquets and Jordi Alba, who are
Enjoyed
now
it.
retired, that was their final game of their careers. I understand all the emotion. It was great to see Jordi Alba with his kids out there. Busquets, I'm just happy he's retired because you look at him,
Yeah,
he
man.
looks like the Ben Affleck meme outside where he's smoking. Like that's Busquets all the time. I think
Like,
that's what I
how am
see.
how am I supposed to tell the younger generation that that dude is the DM of a generation, and that guy looks the way he does?
And by the way, he's always moved that way. He's never been a fluid kind of player. He's always been a stiff.
That guy looks like un spaghetti out there.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just
you know what, kids? That is the
yeah,
best defensive midfielder of a generation.
yeah,
And they're like, they just probably look at you like, there's no way that yeah, no,
yeah. That guy, yes,
that guy is that. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he got done a lot by Ronaldo and Bale. And what's our
Nonetheless,
Benzema, but whatever. Anyways, but yeah, so it was good to see them. But seeing how happy David Beckham was
yeah.
made me
Have an
happy
owner that cares.
because it's been such a long road for him to get this team into Miami. They
Yeah.
couldn't get a stadium right away, which was a disaster. This whole stadium thing has been an awful disaster. I think in the end it worked out for them because of the real estate that they got. A lot of people that are listening to this are not in Miami. They're right next to the airport, which you would think would be bad, but that is prime real estate. That is in the middle of South Florida. In
Yeah, it's kind of central.
It's a super central area where
Yeah.
multiple highways meet. It's not a difficult place to get to because the airport is there, right? So you have our three major highways all converge there, right?
That's a good point.
They all converge there. Uh, the area of the city where it's in, which is Doral, is affluent nowadays. It's an affluent neighborhood. There's a lot of stuff to do there, and I think it's only going to grow that area, like on the other side of this side of 836, right? Like where the Marlins Park is. Those old houses. I think it's going to grow that area even more. The Miami River, all that stuff. So it's going to be really nice to see when they open that stadium next year. So like things are finally like looking up, and David Beckham has been there from day one. And to see him so happy about an MLS Cup trophy,
Hell
and this
yeah.
guy has won the Prem, Champions
Bex.
League, La Liga.
Our boy Bex.
Our boy Bex, you know what I'm saying? Him and Posh Spice out there,
Hell yeah.
you know. So it's great to see. I loved what they did with the stadium. I think we enjoyed our viewing experience, like our experience at the stadium when we were going regularly was awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was
Uh,
great.
I think if people don't know, the Fort Lauderdale Strikers was our original team played there, and that was their stadium, and they completely knocked down the stadium just about and rebuilt it the same way. Messi added grandstands that weren't there. It's been like wonderful to see like the team actually grow. And again, I do feel kind of bad that it felt like there was a lot of disinterest in the team. You know what I'm
From who?
saying? From everybody in general. And I don't think this is a Inter
You think
Miami.
like there's an outsider like indifference?
Yeah, I think in general. I mean, listen, we're
But
talking
we were
like
talking about how they were like villains, right? And like they were like a necessary villain for MLS.
I don't know if they're necessary because I will get to that in
I
a
think
second.
so.
Like how I don't like how they behave in general. And again, and you know I'm pro villain because of our Miami Heat, Mario Chalmers and the boys Miami Heat,
We're
right?
the best villains.
Right. I love that time. Right. I love that time for us. But I think they were a little bit different villain, especially because you have to take in context. Like it's not the NBA, it's MLS. I think also the MLS made a huge mistake, and Apple did as well, putting it behind a paywall, right? Which made me care less. Also, like besides the fact that our team was bottom of the bottom, and then Messi comes, and then Messi doesn't play often, and then they put it behind a paywall. I have Apple TV, and then you tell me I got to pay on top of that for a team that's been in last place? No, thank you. Right? I think the team lost a lot of goodwill when Messi came because they did not hide or sugarcoat anything. With day we signed Messi,
But that's what I appreciated about them. Like I liked that the fact that they were in your face, like
no, but
unapologetically
you can
about
do
it.
it in your face to the rest of the league, but doing it to your own fans,
Yeah, I could get that. I
that
get
was
that.
horrible.
Like
I
the
think
price gouging and all that stuff. Yeah, it was pretty terrible. And
it
like
was
even
it
to the away fans when they did it, and they would announce
yeah,
super last minute that Messi wasn't playing, or they wouldn't come out with like the team sheet or the
right.
injury reports midweek, and then all of a sudden Messi doesn't play, but all the tickets were already sold at like 5x
Yeah.
the price.
That's a horrible thing that the
I
team did
get that. Yeah,
off. I think more personally for me being a Miami native is that they go, okay, you signed Messi, right? If you're a day one season ticket holder, your tickets didn't just double in price, they quadrupled in price, right? Quadrupled in price, right? Which is like, they were like, we don't want the real fans here. Like, basically, that's what they said. We don't want real fans here. We want people, we want to bring Miami and all the cachet of Miami to the stadium and Messi and all that. And they just, I mean, I know they walked back some pricing for like the fan
yeah,
section,
they
which is
did
like one of the best fan
a
sections
little bit. Yeah, the
in the
outcry
MLS,
was enough where they had to like kind of walk that stuff
but
back.
it was only to the hardcore fans that earned that one section. The rest of the stadium, which is 85% of the stadium, is everybody was SOL. And there was a ton of people that did not renew, right? And just didn't go to the games. Like it was just they treated the local fans like shit.
Yeah,
Especially a fan base. It's not like, all right, don't disrespect to who's that? Matthew McConaughey getting a team in Austin. But there wasn't like an outcry for 25 years in Austin to get soccer here in Austin, right? Here in South Florida, where it is 95% Latino
right.
who love football, a bunch of South Americans that live here who
Hmm.
love football, like it was awesome to get the team. The team from day one, from the first day that we got there, that stadium was insane. The supporter groups, we have like 3 or 4 supporter groups, which
Yeah,
is
there's
insane
Legion, there's La Familia.
for a team that didn't exist
Yeah,
to have
IMS.
that
Like,
kind of outpouring. What an incredible fan base. And they just said, fuck you guys. Right? They just said, fuck you guys. Doesn't matter. We don't give a shit about you guys.
do you have a
Right?
golf ball in your hand?
I do have a Callaway 2
Oh, okay. I just
golf
noticed.
clubs. Golf clubs. It was on my desk, so I just picked it up. But so this is like, it was super disappointing. Then the MLS deal happens with Apple, and they put it behind the Apple, the paywall, right? Messi doesn't play, right? And this is where the unlikable thing, where they took the unlikable thing too far, and mostly on Messi's side. I don't think this has nothing to do with Inter Miami, MLS, or anything. The fact that they decide that they're not going to play in the All Star game
Oh, I thought that was great.
is bullshit.
I mean, I liked it. I was like, "Fuck you! We don't need to play in this. We've played in La Liga. We've played in Champions League
I
finals. We've
get,
gone
I
all
get
over the
all of
world.
that.
We
I
don't
get
need to
all of
play in
that.
your sham All Star game." Like,
But part of it is you
I
got to
didn't care
play in
for
that
it.
fucking game. He hasn't played in it at all yet. 3 years. You're giving
But
him all this.
none of the American All Star games even mean anything anymore.
I
Like the
understand.
only one that's clinging on to any
But
sort of
now
like
it means
cachet is
something.
baseball.
Right, but it means something because Messi's there. Just like you said, it's bullshit that we pulled him from the team sheet and people bought these tickets at exorbitant prices. Like, the one time you think you would see Messi, the one time, because it was already this year, people weren't going to, his attendance numbers dropped on the road, right? They were still high, obviously, but they dropped because people didn't want to be, like, the rug pulled out of them, like Notre Dame, right? They didn't want that anymore. So the one time where you get to pay this high price ticket, you're like, I'm going to see this guy. He doesn't, and it's the way he did it. He didn't call. He didn't say, I'm not going to go. He just no showed. What happens when you no show to a job? You get fired,
You get fired unless you're
right?
Messi.
So again, and then, I mean, we signed all these people. The DPs, you can only have 3 DP players or whatever the fuck it is. We're obviously way over that. We've got Argentinian David Beckham on our team from Atleti, right? You've got
Rodrigo
Jordi
De Paul.
Alba. You've got DePaul. You got Alba. You've got Busquets. You got Messi, right? Like they're obviously cheating, like skirting the rules.
I love it though.
Skirting the
But
rules.
this league
So
doesn't matter, right? Like, who cares then?
I agree, but my thing is that's what the kind of it wasn't unlikable like the Heat when LeBron came here. It was unnecessary hate and dislike, not because we were doing stuff to the league, like LeBron wasn't not playing, like it wasn't this Kawhi shit where he was resting and going to play. Like we didn't do any of that stuff on purpose. People just hated us because the three of them got together. That is it. Because if they went to the Knicks, if they went to the Bulls or whatever it was, that team would get the hate, right? It wasn't like them doing things on purpose for you to hate them, right? Which
I get that.
I think made our villain thing so much better because
It was organic.
it was organic, it was unjust, right? Because there was no reason to hate him. The dude lost an MVP and gave it to some guy with no knees who was like 5th or 6th in scoring.
And then got shut down. Nonetheless, Inter Campeón.
But I still think
Boys brought
it's
it
really
home.
good for MLS. He won. It's good for Miami.
The
and
pink.
then this is not on the sheet, but this is a side note for South Florida being probably one of the top 3 greatest sports cities in all of professional sports. The Dolphins have 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, but those are from like the Nixon
Doesn't
administration.
matter. You have to do that with every city, right? Every city sports team. I'm talking about all of
We
history.
talked about this a little bit previously, like about we could be another city that has like the 4 major sports that haven't won shit.
Yeah, we could be easily. But the Dolphins have the only undefeated season in the NFL, and they have 2 championships. The Miami Heat have 3 championships. The Miami Marlins have 2 World Series championships. The Florida Panthers have 2 Stanley Cups. And now Inter Miami, an MLS team, has won the MLS championship, right?
And all of them, with the exception of the Dolphins, have come in the last 20, 25 years.
Yes. Last 20, 25 years. Yes.
So,
which is kind of insane, right?
yeah.
And this is not on our sheet today. And maybe we might need to do a separate episode on just the Miami Dolphins.
Maybe.
And
but I purposely avoid the Miami Dolphins just because I know exactly what's gonna fly out of your mouth, and I just don't care to have that conversation because I know every time we talk about the Dolphins, it goes exactly the same way.
It's not a conversation because it's only facts, and I'm right 100. Like there's no dispute.
Right, so that's why I don't care to even talk about it.
There's no disputing it. I just want for the people to know. How old are you, sir?
35.
And I'm 37, right? When I was born, the Miami Heat were born in 1988, okay? That's when the Heat were born.
Yes,
okay?
They were born
in my lifetime, the Heat have been born, because when I was born, like right before I was born in 87, the only professional sports team we had here was the Miami Dolphins. That's it, okay? In my lifetime, the Heat have been created. The Miami Marlins have been created. The Florida Panthers have been created.
I know. I already know where this is going.
And Inter Miami has been created. With the exception of Inter Miami, because they're only 5 years old, the other 3 teams that have been created in my lifetime have won multiple championships. Not one, but at least 2 championships. Right? At least 2. And your Miami Dolphins have won how many playoffs games in that?
Since you were born?
Yeah, like 5.
Maybe 3, 6. 4?
I'm saying 6 because I think they won one in 2000 or whatever it was.
They won one. They beat the Colts.
And then we lost 63-7 to the Jags.
But they lost to 6. They lost but the year before they lost 63 to 60. What is it? 62-7. Whatever the fuck it was.
Whatever it was.
But they beat Seattle before that in the wild card game to lose to Jacksonville. So that's 2. I don't remember anything before that because I was maybe 7.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I'm sure they won a couple like in the 90s, right?
Yeah, I think so. So let's say conservatively 3.
3 to 5, let's say. All right? None of which we have really good memory of. Okay?
Lamar
Smith. Because of our age.
Only Lamar Smith running 40 times against the Colts.
So
shout out to Lamar Smith.
Yeah. So yeah. It's tough. Like it is
It's
just
not
tough to
tough.
be.
Like it's tough to be a Dolphins fan. It's not tough to be any other fan here.
No. It's great. I love our city. It's great. Just Miami's terrible. But I will leave it there. I will leave it there. We spent way too much time on this.
Inter
Let's
Campeón.
let's quickly touch on basketball. Are the Thunder the greatest team of all time?
They're pacing to be that,
What are they, like 25 and
and
1 or
quite
something?
frankly, they're pacing to be that, and the fact that no one cares, I feel like
Yeah.
no one in the NBA landscape kind of cares. I think it's just because it's OKC.
But I think they'll get more like when we get closer to the All-Star game, if they keep this kind of pace where they have 2, 3 losses only, it'll start becoming more of a, more televised games on TV
Do
and,
they still have one loss?
yeah, they still have, I think they're 25 and 1 or something like that. 23 and 1, somewhere around there. So they're insane. Chris Paul got done dirty,
I don't care.
but
You know
whatever.
what? I actually I heard the news and I was like, you know what? I wasn't surprised by it. I've heard a lot of rumblings behind closed doors that Chris Paul
Yeah,
isn't
I
that
mean,
great of a dude.
it's not like, unexpected.
It's not unexpected. It's a lot of things going on, right. It's two things going on at this time. One, Chris Paul in a lot of circles is not liked, and two, the Clippers are still the Clippers.
Yeah, they're horrible.
No matter Steve Ballmer, no matter the stars that they've attracted, bad organizations are going to be bad organizations. And the way I'm perceiving this is that Chris Paul is, for all the jokes that he gets for being ringless, he's a winner. Like he's gone everywhere he's played, he's been successful. He's won games, like he's gone to playoffs, like, and he's had this effect on even when he was switching teams and after he left the Clippers, he had this effect of he would turn teams around and they would win. And I feel like that started clashing with this whole clown show that's going on with the Clippers now and Kawhi and the planting trees and the funneling of money and all this other stuff
Yeah.
and like this clown car of this clown show that they have going on there. And I guess he didn't take too well to it, and they didn't take too well to him, and that's why what happened. But I really have no sympathy for either side. I think it's a little bit sad that his farewell tour is going like this, but at the same token, like,
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I still like, he's still one of the greatest players of all time.
no, yeah, he's still one of the
So it
greatest
is,
point
it
guards
is,
ever.
it is kind of sad, but it's the combination of both. It's the Clippers and it's Chris Paul.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Also, a reminder to me that leave the game before the game leaves you.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I think he's a year too late.
Yeah,
But I
like
mean,
those
I think
guys.
that was his plan coming into the offseason. Like, I'll sign with the Clippers. This will be my farewell.
Yeah, which I get, but even then, like you would see like Chris Paul game logs, and he's logging like 0 minute. He could play. He went 5 games without logging a single minute, or he would log a few minutes and just it's like
Yeah, yeah.
0, 0,
It
and
is sad to
1.
see. Yeah, it is sad to see. It's
Like
tough.
when you see Hall of Famers just doing that, and it's like you're just along for some ride and collecting a check. It's
I
like
think it's like kind of unfair. Like, I think everybody kind of wants it because like Dwayne Wade did it and it was so successful and he was still good. He was still
yeah.
putting up 20 points.
I think Wade doesn't get enough credit for aside from the Cleveland year,
Yeah.
um, for going out when he did because even when he was retiring and he was doing his farewell tour, there was a lot of people that were like, "Don't retire."
Yeah.
Like this guy can still play, and he
Yeah.
absolutely still could have. Like he could have hung around maybe another year and been a bench piece for someone. But the fact that he didn't
Yeah.
is what I don't think he gets enough credit for because you never got to see him like really at the end of his stride, which no
Yeah.
one wants
Yeah.
to see. Like no one wants to see a Hall of Famer at the end of his road. No one wants to see KG on the Nets. You don't want to see like Patrick Ewing on the Raptors or Hakeem and what was it? Who did Hakeem play for? Like, he was on like the Hawks
Yeah. Something
or
like
something
that.
like that. Like no one wants to see that. And so like I feel like this is kind of like it was supposed to be romantic with Chris Paul, and it just didn't turn out that way. And now it's like, now he's just like sitting at home.
Yeah. It's sad. But I mean, it is what it is. That's what happens. But the other big news
Where's
is
Giannis going?
where's he going? Listen, Heat fans, sit down. Okay? Every single time a whale comes, you go, he's coming to the Heat. You can't get him. You're not gonna get him. Okay, he probably doesn't want to come here. Like, I'm so
I think
tired
he
of
would
this.
have interest in coming here.
I don't care about anything you have to say about what Giannis thinks or whatever. Every year it's the same thing. Kevin Durant 3 times, you miss him. You don't get James Harden. You don't get Russell Westbrook. You don't get this. You don't get that. I don't want to hear it. We don't get anybody. Okay? I don't want to hear it. Until we get anybody, I don't want to hear it. Okay? Because I don't think it's gonna happen. Everybody has better packages than we do, right? And we saw with the Dame thing. He set the NBA set
Yeah,
precedent with it.
I think
If the
we're all still
GM
carrying
wants to be a
PTSD
dick,
from Dame.
if the GM wants to be a dick, the GM will be a dick. We already know that everybody hates Miami. Nobody likes Miami. We always get shafted. We're getting shafted with the Terry Rozier thing by the NBA and
Yeah,
by
that's
Charlotte.
too.
All of those things. Okay? So, I don't want to hear it. I would love him on the team. I would give up a lot to get him. Right? It's like him or Anthony Edwards are the only 2 players that you give up everything for.
Yeah, pretty much.
And he's gonna become available. I think this whole BS where like Doc Rivers, he didn't ask for a trade. He's gonna leave, guys. Whether it's during the season or in the off season, he's gone.
It's like they don't know how to break up with each other.
Yeah,
Because
and I understand.
he's been planning this and
Yeah,
like dropping hints, and like hinting at his exit. Well, the Knicks are a story franchise, and I would love to play in Madison Square Garden, and I can never decide these things. Like he's always been like a thoughtful person or a thoughtful guy when he gives his interviews, and he's always kept that door a little bit open. And now that like Milwaukee has like truly bottomed out like as a roster, and you try to bring in Miles Turner, the Dame thing clearly didn't work. You have no draft capital, and this roster is like the worst roster he's ever had. Clearly, um, I think it's just time. But like, neither side knows how to like break up with the other one. I
yeah,
feel like
yeah,
Giannis is too much of a nice guy, or like at least he's too interested in like keeping his good guy reputation, where he doesn't want to go scorched earth. He doesn't want to be a
yeah.
distraction.
I think he needs to learn from his teammate. It's like that didn't get Damian Lillard anywhere.
It didn't.
It didn't get
Because
him
ultimately
anywhere.
his GM was, an asshole. And then he went back anyway. So, you know,
It is what it is. But yeah, I think that'll be super interesting to see where that lands.
I truly don't have any idea where he goes.
Me
Because
neither.
where would he go? The
I think
Knicks,
the only teams that are
the Lakers.
viable is the Lakers in the West, and then the East. I think it's New York and it's Miami. But that's because you always have to put Miami just in case, right? But those are the only 2 teams I think in the East that will get him. Atlanta's an interesting one because I don't think he would want to go to Atlanta, but Atlanta's an interesting one because they have good young pieces, right? You can basically Trae Young for Giannis and picks and all that stuff, but their salary, the stuff that works, it's like pretty easy to make the trade. There's a lot of young pieces that Giannis would fit well with over there. Defensively, they would be unbelievable. Like, they're like a dark horse team for in the West, but in the East, but in the West, like it's just the Lakers. Like who else?
For me, I think it's the Spurs. I think if
They're
the Spurs
interesting. Yes, they have a lot
if
of.
the Spurs or OKC wanted to get into it, like they absolutely could. I think the Spurs would make more sense. It would
I don't think
suck.
OKC does it.
No, I don't think so either. I think the Spurs make the most sense because I think they want to maximize Wemby, and like you don't know how much time he has, right? Like his career could end, in 3 years. It could end in five. Like we don't know, especially with big man, with foot problems and him doing the things that he's doing at his size. Like you just don't know how he's gonna hold up. So you have to absolutely maximize his window. It would
And you can
really
get a
fuck
lot. You
up.
can get a lot from the Spurs, like picks. They
Yeah,
have
the
picks. They
Spurs have
have
way too
young
many
players.
point guards. Like they
From
have draft capital.
Castle, all those guys. They have a bunch of capital to do it. So
Now,
if they wanted to get into it, they would be probably the best team out of all of them to the best return for Milwaukee.
oh, for sure. Like it would be a nightmare for the league if you have Giannis and Wemby on the same team. It would be an absolute nightmare. Like it would really fuck up the power dynamics of the NBA. The West would just be absolutely loaded. Like it would be a gauntlet,
Yeah.
and the East would just have no one. Whoever goes to the or to the finals in the East is just being fed to whoever comes out of the West. Because you would have like the top what 5, 6 guys in the league all in the West with Shea, Jokic, Giannis, like Luca, all of them would be in one conference, and so it would really fuck up the league. But like as a basketball fan, like don't you kind of want to see Giannis and Wemby together?
Yeah, I think it would be amazing. I think it would be cheating, but because
Yeah,
when
absolutely. It's
Wemby's healthy,
absolutely
it's like
cheating.
you watch
Like
this guy, you're
absolutely,
like,
like defensively, it's absolutely cheating. Like there's
he
you
ruins
can't have
basketball
those two
already
guys running
just
around.
by himself. Like, and you can't have Giannis who looks small next to Wemby, which is ridiculous. Like,
It's
so I don't know,
ridiculous.
but it is the most. I think it's the most like capital that these guys could get is from the Spurs. So it'll be interesting to see
I
where
think
he
San Antonio
goes.
makes the most sense.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think if it's just basketball sense, it's San Antonio. If it's like Giannis's want, it's LA or New York.
I think it's San Antonio. I think that they are the NBA darlings. Like they get everything they want. They've lucked out in every time they've ever sucked. They've sucked twice in the since we've been alive. And guess what? The times that they sucked, oh yeah, here's the generational big of a lifetime.
Right.
And so
Yeah, yeah.
so they get these handouts from the NBA. They waltzed into David Robinson, they waltzed into Tim Duncan, they waltzed into Wemby. So like, why not? Why not just give them? They've already have the
Yeah, I
setup.
mean,
They have way too many point guards. They have
yeah.
Castle and De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper now. Like you can't play all those guys all at once. So you got to do something with one of them at the very least. And Milwaukee has no assets, and they need something to build around. They need something to at least pitch to Milwaukee to their fans. Like, okay, we have this guy. Please come to our games.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, I
I think
mean,
it still makes the most sense.
we'll see. I think yes, but I don't know where Giannis's head is, but I still think like his head is probably in a big market, in one of the big markets, probably. Like if
Probably.
you talk to Giannis and say where do you want to go, it's probably one of those big markets. So we'll see how it goes. I think if like you talk to him, like New York or LA is like the two big markets you'd want to go to, and probably third on that list is Miami as far as a happy medium. Right? It's Miami, and it's good basketball. Right? Spo's good, all that stuff. Right? So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, buddy. I think that's all we have time for today.
You think so?
Yeah, I think
Damn.
that's all we have time for today. I think next episode we have to tackle the NFL, which is nuts. Daniel Jones is gone. Philip Rivers got signed.
Philip
The
Rivers is
NFL,
still doing it, man.
the NFL's crazy. We're also gonna have no Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson.
Well, not
Uh,
yet. Well, not yet. You can't rule them
but it's
out yet.
very possible that they don't make the playoffs, which is insane.
It's insane and
And
also
if the Bills
heartbreaking
stumble, there's
in a
also a
lot.
possibility they don't make it. So yeah, it's an interesting time. So, but we'll tackle it next time, buddy.
All right, I know you got to get to your bedtime, man.
Yes. We are recording super late today.
Super late, but we wanted to hop on and catch up on things. So
So we
we have
did
to
it.
wait till next time to do our NFL recap. But yeah, until then, buddy, it was good talking to you. Go Canes,
Go
you know,
Canes.
Inter Campeón.
Yes. Go
Um,
Herrings or whatever herons, whatever they're
the
called.
Herons, the
There you go, the
Pinks.
herons.
They're the
So
Pinks.
so yeah, buddy. Till next time, buddy.
Till next time.